Greetings. How is everybody? Everybody happy? You know, I like this whole aspect of if two shall see, so shall it be. It works out really well for me. And, I totally agree. And you have to be mindful of the words that you use. You do. And it's what it is. I mean, you kind of want to give people what they want at times. But you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well. Thank you for that. As we continue to go on this little paranormal INFJ route, there will be some talking in codes, and it's okay to not understand. It's okay. Those with ears that can hear can understand. They can understand. I mean, because if you know, you know. I can remember. I don't like to dwell on the past much, but I can remember dealing with Agent Smith back as a young Neo, and I had a very good friend, and it would be a blonde woman, that shows up, and her dad. He was a whole basket of cocks for Agent Smith. And I mean, when you're a whole basket of cocks for Agent Smith, you build a pretty good relationship. Mr. Cox was Agent Smith's very good friend for quite some time, and a good friend of mine as well. That's just what it is. So I mean, you can't be Batman without a Commissioner Gordon, and we kind of want to trade in Agent Smith for Commissioner Gordon. So it's what it is. It's what it is. Okay, so enough of the craziness. We'll just get that out there to the universe and keep it going. When I heard one of you say last night that people would want to antagonize me to see my spirit team in effect, that's probably not a good idea. That's just not. I mean, because just that intention would give me consent to ask my spirit team to work tenfold in their lives, because they want to see it. They want to see the spirit team in action. So, by all means, absolutely. If you want to see it so bad, I absolutely give the angels, archangels, and ascended masters consent to work in your life tenfold. It's fair enough. Anyway, you'll hear some things that may sound a little off, may sound a little crazy, but it's better than insane. Things that are crazy and coded for people who truly matter is way better than those who do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So just pay it no mind. I mean, it's always ask and receive. If you have questions, concerning 5-star reviews, because I fully agree, we will be dealing with individuals who think blackmail is a smart idea, and we just want to throw that to the side. Before they ever even have the thought. We just want to throw them to Agent Smith or Commissioner Gordon. Because, it truly is all about being an INFJ Batman. Because you can do your research and find these things. Just because you're unaware they exist doesn't mean they don't. So that's what it is. It's how you spell justice. It's truly how you spell justice. And, come on, who doesn't want to be an INFJ Batman? It's just what it is. And I keep hearing you ladies say the name Bruce. Saying the name Bruce in the hospitality field. My mom had a friend like that. And it's what it is. And, it's kind of funny, as we continue to see these issues arrive in people's lives due to betrayal. It didn't matter what kind of health remedy I provided to the family. There was always a family counselor, a Beverly Hills family counselor that always just had her drunk mouth in my mother's ear. And it's what it is. She tried every health remedy on the planet, ended up with massive massive deterioration of her vessel, and which always kind of amazed me because I would say something, and, oh no 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 no, and now she is a huge no 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 no, just falling apart. I mean, all over the place. So it's what it is. I don't care what people do to themselves or for themselves, but I mean, if you can look at the results from past actions leading up to future possibilities, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. Because, I mean, had she have listened, maybe parts of her body wouldn't be falling off and rotting. And it's just, I mean, I can't do anything about that because they did the opposite of what I would say. So it tells me all I need to know about that, huh? And it always amazed me how, people who can't hold a relationship with a white candle and give out, relationship advice in certain family situations. And it's weird, especially with their bodies falling apart, because, I mean, they don't have respect for themselves, and they obviously, they're always trying the next new thing instead of focusing on the karma that they cause for star seeds, earth angels, whatever these energies are that people were talking about, because we just really don't care what people are talking about in the gossip realm of Gotham. It's just Gotham gossip. That's basically all it is. It's basically all it is. However, it was interesting. You said this morning. I missed that. I wasn't paying any attention. I'm worried about me right now and everyone else. So we're dealing with Gotham City at this point. So when I had a rendezvous with Agent Smith one time for a period of time, there was a radio show, a radio show called Coast to Coast. It used to be the Art Bell Show, but now it's Coast to Coast with George Norrie. And listening to George, there was a very, very unique individual that came on, and some of the things that they were talking about with their miracle healing really struck me. I mean, it really struck me like a tower moment. Thank you for that thunder. It really struck me like a tower moment. It let me know that it didn't really matter what you had in the physical realm with your Jose mind control screen, with your Jose Silva mind control screen. You just basically close your eyes, activate the 3-2-1 method. 3-3-3-2-2-2. And when your screen appears, if you need a white candle, great. Pull the white candle onto your screen. Oh, look at that. We have a white candle. Want to call in your spirit team? Wonderful. All four corners. Hey, look at that. Throwing platforms learned from Joe Gakoskis' class. Oh, look at that. And now we want to activate some light. Activate it, ground it, and call it in. Look at that. Isn't that simple? See how fast it is to show you how my spirit team works in my presence? Wonderful. It's called Angelic Reiki for a reason. Jose Silva Mind Control Screen for a reason. It's called Blackmail for a reason. It's called Agent Smith, the most corrupt agent in the state of Texas for a reason. It's called Commissioner Gordon for a reason, and we'll just be Batman for the INFJ reason. Thank you for that. That's what it is. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it's okay. Do your research. Every word has a specific definition for the experience that it defines. And some things you just have to do in silence or hide it in plain sight. It's just what it is. Oh, it was 9/11/49 when I hit record. And it's like the more Borden's milk situations that are placed in my reality with all the energy siphoning. And it's just, there's just a lot of things I just don't want to do anymore. And I guess, if they impede on my peace and my happiness, I'm probably just not going to do them. I'm just not. There's just certain things that are fucking knothead tasks, and it's what it is. I mean, you say it because everything happens in divine right time. Everything happens in divine right time, and I'll have plenty of knothead fucking tasks for people. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. God is all that is. Angels, archangels, send masters, and my white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as I do readings for. Namaste. You would expect just about any, and you were absolutely right, because I mean that's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about last night, and then you say it again this morning. That would be the whole aspect of betrayal with these people from the past with an INFJ mirror. Mirrors, when they go to betray you, it's basically them telling others what they did to the mirror, because they attack a mirror because they're not bright enough to realize it is a mirror. So the energy is everywhere. It's just kind of all over the place. However, energy, it works just like a fingerprint. Anything that you leave your energetic signature on, especially when it comes to a piece of cardboard. Hey, look at that. Thank you, Madam Takata, for appearing for us. A piece of cardboard, but your subconscious mind knows weight, distance, texture, measurement, and the meaning of this picture and the person that's on it before it's ever done. QHHT will teach you this, and tarot has been around for a lot longer. Dolores Cannon's been around since the 60s, teaching the metaphysical practices in a light that's been silenced. And if anyone's being silenced, it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Anytime someone is withheld, because there's no profit in the cure. So you just find other ways to profit. That's just what it is. If there's no profit in the cure, you find side hustles. Different types of side hustles that are acceptable in the dark, because some people just have side hustles that aren't very acceptable in the dark, and we have to steer away from that. We have to steer away from that. We have to be accountable for our actions and our energy. So, if we're thinking love, light, health, wealth, and abundance, love, light, health, wealth, and abundance, and we're wanting to send that out. We're wanting to send that out because what you put out comes back to you, regardless of what you say, regardless of what you think, regardless of what you do. The universe only responds to how you feel. So, if people are always siphoning your love, your light, your health, your wealth, and your abundance, well, then you just activate it in the heart chakra and you call back your love, your light, your health, your wealth, and your abundance through the Christ Consciousness Chakra Heart Portal. It is the Christ Consciousness Chakra Heart Portal. And when you open up that portal and call your energy back from a grounded, balanced, and stable position, amazing things happen in your reality. So they just generally can't figure out, God, how does he keep doing it? Well, it sounds like I just fucking told you. I just fucking told you. It's not my fault you don't know what I'm talking about. You want to know how I do it, and I just fucking told you. So, moving around, love, light, health, wealth, and abundance. Look at that with a heart chakra completely pulverizing these cards. Isn't that amazing? Just because you can't see it doesn't mean the law of mentalism is not there. So, it's what it is. Everything happens for a reason. Removing the negative energy. Nothing happens by chance. A coincidence is a co-created experience with the divine. And being on the divine, I got the divine to the left of me. I've got the dons to the right. To me, it's almost like, jokers to the left of me, clowns to the right. It is. It would be, a don would be, to me, a organized group of clowns. And it's what it is. If it's not my monkeys, it's not my circus. It's not my circus. So, and that's always a very, very open door policy with me. If there's something you don't understand, ask the question. Ask the question, because if you don't understand and you run off with an unaware frame of mind, then not only do you look stupid, but you look like a gossip. You look like someone who is going to be doing way worse in life than what you could. Your potential's up here. You're acting down here. Your potential's up here, but you're fucking acting down here. And me, I'm just kind of in the middle of those up here and those down here, and trying to balance you out like a heart light as a feather. It can be challenging. However, it's not my challenge or cross to bear at this time. So, So, I mean, having to move in silence versus talking in a way that you're just unaware of being able to read. The cards will do that. I mean, the cards will give you the accuracy that you can use. However, these little moving in silence intros is what it is. I mean, take the words for what they mean, be able to be able to reference them to the places we're putting things, and it's what it is. You want everything put in its place. You just do. You just do. Like your left side of your brain, the right side of your brain, and the subconscious mind. Oh, and I mean, just think about it, because I mean, the demons that understand what I'm talking about, oh, they'll be triggered. They'll be triggered. There's not a human being around me who doesn't know who Agent Smith, the most corrupt agent in the state of Texas, is at this point. And it's what it is. We don't care what people think, what they know. We have to be held accountable. Some of us are held accountable to Agent Smith. So that's what it is. Right? And anyone who has been in this area long enough knows who Mr. Cox is. And he was a basket of cocks, and one of my very good friends. Very, very good friends. A whole basket. He was a whole basket of cocks to a lot of people. And a very, very good friend of mine. So, moving forward, and an energy that is in the cards. So if I'm able to take a whole basket of cocks to other people that is a friend of mine out of your cards, it tells me pretty much all I need to know about where spirit is guiding me. That's what it is. What is? You just gotta take that leap of faith. My card is in the upright? Yes, cool. Look at that. I must have done the sleight of hand. What is the predominant question for them? Oh, yeah, they nurtured the wrong thing. I bet they did. I bet they did. I hear they're nurturing blackmail. I hear that. That's what it is. It's all hearsay. It's all hearsay. However, if it's a prediction and it comes to light, chances are we've covered our base and removed that negative energy before it tries to stand in its dark moments in time. It's just what it is, because it is. It's basically their darkest moments in time. That's what it is. That's what it is. And we want to return that energy tenfold in a karmic situation. So, moving forward, yes, it looks like the women of the everything in the top row is the 5D. Moving forward through time and space down to the 3D. Looks like we have some feminine energies in the upright, male or female. Most likely predominant women of the 5D are starting to see the actions of others and their manifestation failures. So, if you're manifesting and you have those who didn't nurture the right thing stepping in the way, chances are those in the upright are going to be behind a show of gratitude. Imagine that. The show of gratitude is a manifestation failure. And that's understandable. I mean, that would be a lot of that energy siphoning that they're talking about. So it's what it is. And people always want to portray you in a mental manipulation. It's just what it is. I mean, some people do things differently other than we do in the land of the free. It's the land of the free for a reason. So we're in our health. So it looks like, those who nurtured the wrong thing brought in upright feminine energies and failures. I mean, our biggest growth comes from our biggest failures. My biggest failure was death. So, and a lot of people want to take on that destiny. I don't recommend it. I mean, it's not something that I would advise. However, health is in the upright, so beautiful energy to have at hand. Yeah, look at that. Wealth is in, and health is wealth. Thank you for that thunder. Health is wealth. Thank you for that, Spirit. With health being wealth and the feminine energies of the past, seeing failures and showing gratitude for it, because you always want to show gratitude for your failures. You want to be grateful for the lesson that they taught you. So, moving forward with the wealth in the upright, it looks like prayers have not been answered. We've got health in the upright, we've got wealth in the upright, and some prayers just aren't going to be answered. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Yeah, prayers are answered in divine right time. I mean, come on. The power of prayer, the power of intention, the power of manifestation, all that's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I am praying to the universe. Okay, great. You're setting an intention. You're setting an intention for manifestation. It's the power of your prayers, the power of your intentions. Right? Where do people run into trouble with karma? They pray against you when they're supposed to forgive. Oh my goodness, I have to pray to... What kind of intention are you setting? That's what it is. And the universe will not deny it. The universe will send you back exactly what you wish for another. So, prayers not being answered has got people out of harmony and balance. That's understandable. Understandable. I mean, if health is out of balance and wealth is out of balance, yet it's in the upright with unanswered prayers, sometimes, unanswered prayers are just a way of delaying the divine plan, because rejection is always going to be God's protection. Rejection is always going to be God's protection. And I would say going up against the universe is probably one of the unintelligent things you can do. It would be unintelligent. I would say stupid. Some people don't like that word. I like the word dumb as fuck. That's just what I choose. And we're all open to our free choice. So, moving forward. Do I need a card at the end? No. Cool. Underneath this feminine energy, here's my card. Me personally, divine, negative, feminine, empress energy, all that. People, they get confused with gender, but it's only because they're confused. They're concerned, yet they don't ask the person that they're concerned about. And I mean, anyone questioning I have 4 children with 4 different women who are all married and want, something to do with my destiny and not the person, for a reason. That's what it is. I mean, usually when you get caught doing things in the dark, you end up in a Bonnie and Clyde situation with that individual. So here's my card. Moving forward, manifestations upside down. Yeah, we are not worried about failed manifestations. Rejection's God's protection. So as long as we're following the divine path, focusing on our guides, focusing on our unlimited abilities with psychics. It's just, it's what it is. You look up I will flip out of character every once in a while. If you look up INFJ psychic, you will see they have an understanding, because psychic means psyche. It means the mind, and if you're dealing with the law of mentalism, being able to predict pattern recognitions. If you're able to pick up these things, well, it's pretty cool. Then you're basically predicting the future before that shit happens. That's what it is. The Simpsons do it all the time with their creator consciousness. That's what it is. Their Akashic Records. It's called the Akashic Records for a reason. Tesla knew the Akasha existed. In Joe's class, I transcended with the Buddha. The class, transcending consciousness with the Buddha. As soon as I did that shit, when I was standing on the source, I dropped a choker ray symbol. Bloop. I'll show you what I don't have any problem telling you what it is. See that? That is the choker ray symbol. See how it is on the world for manifestation? Confirmation. Thank you for that. See how that choker ray symbol is on top of the world for manifestation? I teach the class, the Reiki class, for how to manifest with the choker ray symbol. I just dropped it on the source. If you can drop it on the fucking world for manifestation, you can drop it on the source. I'm sorry. If it works here, it works there. There's no here, no there about it. We can't believe what we're seeing before our eyes. I just fucking showed you in real time. That's what it is. That's what it is. Confirmation. Thank you for that. Oh my God, we have someone on Earth connected to the divine? Yep, the same way Reiki masters connect to the Earth. So, show of gratitude. Here we go. Masculines in the upright. That's what it is. They will start to see just how unaware they truly are of 2,500-year-old information. It's not that hard to understand. If I have a book that's 2,500 years old that tells you everything you need to know about anything you want to do, and you've never read it, chances are you're not going to have a clue about anything you need to do or anything that's in that fucking book. You haven't read it. So, health in the upright. Dun, 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 dun. We're not fighting that. We are not fighting a 2,500-year-old complementary healing modality. No, we're not. We're just not going to fight that. It's what confirmation is. What it is. It's what it is. I mean, when you hear these tarot readers talking about there is an earth angel with a connection that broke through the Fermi paradox, the firmament, and everything with the source through transcended consciousness, like Edgar Casey, the INFJ Pisces. I know a guy like that. Wealth in the upright. Oh, we're going to be compassionate. It's what it is. I mean, health is wealth. And I mean, if we're tapping into God's source and we're getting back all of the years that we lost because of love, light, and truth, and we're on our purpose, our divinely guided purpose, and we made every mistake in the book trying to figure out the language of the divine isn't something that you just learn. Confirmation. It's what it is. They wanted to see my spirit team in action. It's what it is. It's what it is. Who knows what's coming for the karma earth angel? Positive karma? I would say so. Prayers haven't been answered in the 5D because the folks put their heart into the wrong thing. And that's what it is. I mean, putting your heart into the wrong thing, chances are it's going to bring you out of harmony and balance. And underneath that, you'll find a friend in me. You'll find a friend in me. That's what it is. I mean, one thing about friends that you'll learn is they like to cut corners. They do. They like to cut corners. That's why I was kind of amazed when I watched somebody just kind of play with my card like they were cutting corners. And wouldn't you know, that idiot cuts corners in everything they do. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. And could you imagine someone looking at your tarot card just, the fuck? Feminine energy in the upright over top of higher consciousness has led to dragon success. The dragon card it's what it is. Dancing with the dragon basically means dancing with the devil and coming out on top, coming out with triumph, coming out with victory. That was the thing. A lot of the knights, there's been a lot of energy about the Knights Templar, about different monarchies, things that you would have a dragon on the front of their shields. Their shields had a dragon on them. You're receiving the justice we already know. It's what it is. You would have the dragon on the shield to represent the knight's authority to come into your village and do whatever they wanted to do. They had the king's law, the order of the dragon, and it just basically represented, I'm here to protect and serve. Thank you for that, Spirit. So, moving forward, and there is a lot of Pisces energy out there talking about how God is just moving things out of the chosen's ways. And a chosen one is someone who chooses themselves. And the divine, well, everything's divine. This is divine. Somebody with a creator consciousness created this lighter. Someone with a creator consciousness created that hell. However, when you're working with the divine, with the elements, okay, can you create fire? Well, obviously you can. Obviously you can create fire, right? But what realm is that fire in? Is that in the physical realm? Well, it kind of is. Expand your consciousness. People are worried. Their manifestations, they're upside down, and people are worried about it. Do you think they got in the way of the divine's plan? You think they did? You think they did? You think that they're worried about the divine plan, about God, about God's plan being blocked, stopped, impeded on, rejected? Oh, well, rejected would be God's protection, and you would be expecting God to be rolling the dice. It's what it is. God's just playing the odds with these people because they're pretty much the odd man out of the divine plan. That's what it is. However, we have success, and people are worried about that. So, energy exchange, it's in even rolls. A lot of this information about people siphoning energy, That's my question. If they were siphoning the divine feminine energy through moon magic to manifest riches, okay, what would happen if a man that possessed that energy hadn't have stepped up to the plate with 5-star reviews and 2 pockets full of "I don't give a fuck you"? That's what it is. When I see it, I swear it is. Accept it for what it is. Would you have your? I mean, you got to think about that. How many divine feminine women with the negative, creative, healing ability? You create life with that energy, right? How many of you are having difficulty creating life because you don't have that energy? How many of you are having difficulty manifesting because you don't have that energy? Moving forward, masculines in the upright or over top of meditation. So we will be meditating on the successes of the past, the energy exchange in the upright, not fighting, because I mean truly forgiveness and knowing how to replace that energy like a fucking man did. Come on, ladies, do not let a man be better than you. AC shut off, word and spirit. It's what it is. Just because 3/16/1978 is the negative divine, all that means is I have my negative intuition. The minute that I pick up something full of shit, my negative, I short circuit. I play an operation. My intuition, the minute I feel something negative going around me, it's like playing operation. My fucking nose lights up like Rudolph. It's what it is. It's just what it is. Well, something's not right. This isn't fine anymore. This isn't fine. Be compassionate. Intuition is an overload. It's what it is. It's what it is. An INFJ does 6 impossible things before breakfast. Right? That's why we ain't even had breakfast yet. You gotta be an INFJ to know that shit. There are memes out there. The INFJ can do 6 impossible things before breakfast. That's what it is. It is being able to spot people's secrets generally comes with them being up to no fucking good. You just don't want to give them any credit. That's what it is. You're promoting them when they wouldn't lift a finger to do shit for you. So, putting their heart into the wrong thing and having their prayers not answered, yeah, the narcissists are in their ego. Absolutely. They are stepping back in shock and awe at the divine Empress energy that is surrounding Peter Pan. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. When God shows up in your life, it's generally because there's a bunch of demons to trigger. When you hear a tarot reader say, "Your light triggers their demons," yeah, it's because God had to show up and protect me from a bunch of triggered demons. Protection is God's rejection. Rejecting these people out of my reality because I have a purpose and they're not. They're all off in my purpose. They just got their hands all off in the cookie jar of purpose. In harmony and balance. You got a friend in me in the 5D. The spiritual realm is upside down. Over friends in the upright with balanced emotions. That's what it is. That's basically spirit saying, "Oh no, when you hear these tarot readers talking about the angels, the archangels have worked overtime trying to clear a bunch of triggered demons out of an earth angel's way, the fuck do you think they're talking about?" Success! Thank you for that, Spirit. Has led to the 5D feminine energy over top of higher consciousness, achieving success in all they do, has pointed out women in your reality that do not have a clue, and there's nothing wrong with that. right? If you've had your power taken away from you, cool, call your power back, right? If you have chosen everything that's not for your highest good, you have no one to be mad at but yourself. Everything in your reality you have created. Just because they lied to you doesn't mean you have to believe them. A lot of people have been under a spell, glamour spells, love spells. Great. Now all of that is backfiring on them. That's what happens when you impede on someone's free will and they find out. You break this betrayal. It's what it is. And it's a 5D failure. It's a spiritual realm failure that now people are all worried about because the energy is balancing due to women who wanted to drain your energy in the 3D. The divine feminine energy of the spiritual realm over top of higher consciousness was a success in women who wanted to drain your elixir of life. Energy vampires. Every tarot reader on the planet is telling you about a privileged older woman draining your energy for manifesting riches. Period. Energy exchange is in this. Is what it is. We don't even have to remove that negative energy. These privileged older women doing things in the dark. What was her name? I can't even remember her name now. The start of the whole thought of vampires. The start. She took a bunch of young women, catered to them, made them feel special, and then bathed in their liquids, their fluids on the inside. She put in a bathtub and bathed in them for beauty, for essence. Can't remember what her name was. Helen of... Can't remember. She beheaded a bunch of women. That's what it is. Anyway. Traumatic things we just don't like to think about. However, that's where these stories originate from. Energy is energy. That's what it is. So, meditation in the upright. Yeah, spirit invocation. Spirit has been invoked. Spirit has been invoked on the situation, and it would look like, they nurtured the wrong thing with that show of gratitude over top of that masculine energy, and then meditation had to invoke spirit with health in the upright, and we're not fighting the truth. We have to distance these karmic energies. Distancing the karmic energies. However, intuition's in the upright, and those who initiated or attuned into the proper practices, that's what it is. They nurtured the wrong thing when it came to wealth, being compassion, using their intuition, initiations. Well, if they nurtured the wrong thing, then Spirit is telling you your end outcome is the way it's going to be. When I do a reading like this for someone that's highly spiritual, and I tell them right here at the very end, I'm going to do it. Pay attention. I'm going to do it. I do it with a lot of people. When I do these readings, I always save this for the end, and the look on their face is priceless. The look on their face is priceless. However, they walk away with an expanded way of thinking that pretty much has led me to where I'm at with indies and anyway. Prayers not being answered, people putting their heart into the wrong thing and being all off in their ego, having to self-reflect at this time. Yeah, it's because their families are upside down. And that's what a lot of this regret, this shamefulness is. They will have to go the rest of their lives going, oh my God, look what I did to my family. That's what it is. Some of us are going, oh my God, I got sober. Look what I did to my family. Right? And then you're going to have everyone outside. Oh God, I never got sober. Look what I did to my family. You've got a bunch of couples energy all often the Pisces collective, still knee-deep in their addiction, worried about a dad who sobered up. That's my personal reality, so that's what it is. However, my past is no one's business. I have client confidentiality just like everyone else. However, my change led to Reiki therapy and practitioner of past life regressions. That's what it is. My meditation is my counseling. Everyone I have talked to, I taught them something. Dude, there is no worse feeling in the world than paying a son of a bitch to go in there and then they learn from you. What the fuck did I pay you for you to learn from me? I don't go to an attorney and pay them an insane amount of money for their legal expertise and then teach them the fucking law. Have we? Well, yeah, they're taking bribes. We've got energy in the collective about new laws being written for our abilities because they don't fucking have any. They want control. That's what it is. Cool. Control yourself. Judge not, lest ye be judged. And that's what it's what it is. When you're dealing with a wounded healer and divine protection that's expressing out karma tenfold due to evil eye projections and people are falling apart for their error of their ways. This is what it is. I hope you can get that law passed before disaster strikes you. That's what it is. I mean, people play around with things that they shouldn't be playing with. I'm playing around with humanity's birthright and past life regressions. They are playing around with baneful magic and spell work. The voodoo, the opposite of what I do. Their voodoo is the opposite of what I do. Does it have an even balanced effect? Well, yeah. Spiritual businesses come with karma. Period. Unaware people doing the wrong thing. If someone comes to me because, let's just take myself out of what I do. If I worked in the nutrition industry and someone came to me and they said, look, I keep eating this and it keeps making my nose fall off. Every time I eat this, it makes my nose fall off. And I say, here, eat this. Maybe your nose won't fall off. And they eat it and their nose grows back. And they go, oh, wow, look, I've got a nose. And they go back and they eat what they know makes their nose fall off, and it falls off permanently. Because the universe loves you unconditionally. You know what? We're just going to make that fall off completely. You wanted it. You kept going back to the same thing, and now it's irreversible. Oh, but I just wanted my guilty pleasure one more time when I knew it was wrong. Yeah, now you got no nose because of it. You created that. Go out and buy a new nose. And they do. They just go out and buy a new nose. Can't have no respect for the one that they have. So they just go buy a new one. That's what it is. I see this shit happen all the time. Me, it's what it is. People have said stuff about my nose my entire life. Guess what? Now I have an extrasensory perception through it. I can smell a fire somewhere. I love that joke. Anyway, harmony and balance is upside down. You have a friend in me, and emotion has led to a bunch of people who were not masters of their craft. That's what we're dealing with. Groups trying to turn a master upside down. Women who could not teach you anything started off trying to turn a master upside down, who is balanced emotions, a friend in the upright, and out of harmony and balance in the spiritual realm. What is the overall outcome for these people? The 5D says, Spirit is not changing their consciousness about this. Karma is going to be something that people never saw coming, and there is nothing we can do about that. Having the spiritual realm out of balance, think about that. Putting God out of balance, putting universal law out of balance. Universal law being out of balance means humans get into balance one way or another. So, you got a friend in me. Yeah, people have no faith in the systems anymore. People don't have faith in each other. Their lack of faith is a lack of faith. You just got to have like a mustard seed of faith. When you have no faith, it sounds like divine intervention steps in. Can't trust people anymore. If you can't trust them, chances are God is rejecting you from them for a reason. With 5-star reviews. Imagine that. However, love's in the upright. Look at that. Look at that. So we're moving down from the 5D through time, and yes, you have to make space for love. You just have to make space for love. However, you have to move in silence, because people who are not masters of their craft have pushed you into your power. Yeah, that's what it is. When I talk about dropping the Chokure symbol on the source, now you know what I'm talking about with a visual explanation. So, yes, and when I hear you girls talking about Pisces, you have to stay grounded, centered, and balanced. Well, yes, because I have the power, the universal life force energy from source coursing through my channel. Channeling. I took the class for channeling. Okay, great. I added to it. That's what it is. I just got through telling you how I'm the king of paying people for shit and then having to teach them who the fuck they are. So, that's what it is. Namaste.